Jonathan finally realized that he has made the biggest mistake of his life after Clara left to Canada. Guys, Auntie Teresa has shown her real color. You can't do this with me. The question is Auntie Teresa what's the name, Benny's daughter? You'll be finding out everything in this episode. Do not forget that the only thing you can do for us to keep bringing out more episodes is to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment. If you are ready, I'm ready. Let me take you through, because I will be revealing a lot of things that will wow you, that will shock you. So guys, today's episode started with Clara finally leaving to Canada, and as she promised the daughter, she fulfilled it. Hans is truly a good man. So as they were getting ready to leave, Clara picked the documents of the house and handed it over to the daughter. So they have purchased the daughter. And the daughter was so emotional, crying, "Mommy, I'm going to miss you." Clara was also crying, while Hank sat there looking at them, feeling emotional also. And Clara promised the daughter, "Don't worry, I will come back. And when I come back, I will pick you." That will be the biggest shock to Jonathan. After hugging, promising each other, they left. Then back to Jonathan. Jonathan went to meet up with his friends, his evil friends, Emeka and Debbie, and they were just, happy. Jonathan was sharing with them how amazing Cheta is, that Cheta is a virtuous woman, treats him like a king, respects him, worship the land that he walks on, and they were also excited for him. And they went ahead to tell him, "Don't you think right now is the time for you to go ahead and marry that girl immediately?" Emeka said that. And Jonathan was like, "Are you sure it's the right thing?" And Debbie said, yes. After all, Clara has left. She left with her lover. What are you now still waiting for? You need to prove to Clara that you can move on without her. You don't need to, waste time being pity or living in pain. And Emeka went ahead to tell Jonathan that, "Listen, that girl, if you don't do anything fast, that girl, another person is going to carry her and you will lose her." And Debbie was like, "Yes, so, and you know that Cheta is a very rich girl. She's going to take care of you while you find your feet, and she will not disrespect you." Jonathan was there asking them, "Are you sure it's the right thing to do?" And they said yes. They kept pushing him. I was just like, "Itiboribo Jonathan, you can never use your head in this world." After that, Jonathan accepted what they suggested to him. So guys, the next day, Jonathan and the daughter and Teresa was in the dining eating. They were just eating. Everybody was eating, and Jonathan said, "I have an announcement." And Auntie Teresa was, "What else other announcement do you have?" And Jonathan said, "I'm getting married to Cheta." And Benny was like, "What? We are getting married to who? Daddy? It's not going to be possible. I do not approve that marriage." And the daddy said, "I don't need your approval. I'm not seeking for your permission. I'm just telling you, I'm going to get married to Cheta, and you cannot do anything about it." And Benny said, "I do not need another stepmother." And Jonathan said, "I need a woman in my life, so you do not have option, you do not have choice. I am going ahead to go ahead and marry her." And Teresa wanted to, say something, but Jonathan said, Madam, your opinion is not needed. Please keep it to yourself." He shut Auntie Teresa's up. The next day, guys, come the wedding. They were done with the civil wedding. They came home and they were celebrating. Everybody was there except what's the name? The only person that was not there was Debbie was not there, because they were acting, their plans. They were just celebrating. Emeka was busy popping champagne. If you see Benny's face, Benny was just standing, giving everybody bombastic side eye. Emeka tried to put wine for her, was dragging her. When they were doing toast, the father, everything was just not going well for her. When she couldn't continue, being in their midst, she just dropped the wine glass and left. They continue with their party. Jonathan was just carrying Cheta up, so happy, dancing, while Auntie Teresa was just giving them one kind of bombastic side eye. It was just funny, guys. Days later or weeks later, guess who paid the house a visit? It was Debbie. Debbie paid Cheta a visit, and when Cheta opened the door, Cheta was like, Debbie, and she was like, Cheta, and she took her inside, and then there was a flashback how they got to know each other and everything. And guess what, guys? It happened that Debbie is actually the person that taught Cheta how to be on street. So here come Debbie went to the police station to bell Cheta, and after the bell, Debbie was so angry, telling Cheta, you need to stop the street life, you need to stop it, you cannot be going in out of the police station every day and dragging me to come and bell you, you need to. And Cheta in the other hand was telling Debbie that the world is hard, it's not easy to survive, I don't have anything, I have to be in the street, I have to do this. But Debbie was like, it's enough, can't you look at me, how cleaned up I am, how I'm living my life. You can't continue like this, you need to work on your life. And Cheta was like, don't forget you are the person that taught me how to be on the street. And Debbie said, yes, I taught you how to be on the street, but I have cleaned up, I leveled up, you need to level up. And that was when Cheta now said, my friend, you are my friend, you taught me everything. Once a teacher is a teacher, what is happening? Is there any new thing? You need to let me know and help me out. I'm tired, look at my life. And Debbie said, there is something I'm working on. If you are already interested, I will hook you in, and that thing will help you to clean up and level up, because you need something consistent, and not be every day in the streets. Going inside the police station is not good for you. So guys, after that, they met up where they were going to discuss about the business. And Debbie told her, when Debbie was already sitting there when Cheta came, and Debbie told her that it's a business of percentage. There are 3, and Cheta was like, wow, there are 3, so there is another person. Debbie said, yes, with time you're going to meet that person, so that if you play your card well, everybody will get their percentage. The money will be divided into 3, and everybody will get each percentage. Now, I don't know the money they are targeting for. Do they think that Jonathan is the owner of the house? I know they don't know. They know that Jonathan is not. So which money, if you know the money they are targeting, please leave it in the comment section. So Debbie run down on everything for Cheta, telling Cheta, just play your card well, do your part, that we will be outside, you will be inside, we'll be giving you information to work with. That's how their conversation went. And after that, Cheta was like, can you please get me a glass so that I can join you? And Debbie said, I called you for business, auntie, and not for you to come and celebrate. And that was how she carried her bag and left. So back to the current reality of and discussion of Debbie and Cheta. Back to Jonathan's house. Debbie suggested that they need to start immediately, because Cheta asked what's the next plans. So Debbie said we need to start immediately, no time to waste. And Cheta was like, we just got married, can we just give him some time to breathe, that he needs some time? And Debbie was like, no, Jonathan is a very inconsistent person, he can change anytime, so he doesn't need time, we need to move immediately. And Debbie also told Cheta that if Jonathan can allow a good woman as Clara, so all of you know that Clara, with your wickedness, is a good woman, that if Jonathan can allow that woman live his life and even left to go and be with another man in Canada, that Jonathan can wake up and change the whole situation, and we cannot allow Jonathan to mess up our business, to mess up the money we plan to get. So we need to get into action immediately, that Jonathan is a fool at 40. And Cheta was like, indeed he's a fool at 40, the way he behaves, his ego, him and his daughter, their character. In fact, I cannot deal with it again, that the daughter is so, she started saying her own. So guys, as they were still talking, behold, Benny came back from school, and they immediately acted up that they don't know each other. So when Benny came in, Benny was asking Debbie, what are you doing in this house? What are you doing in this house? And Debbie was like, what do you mean? Does you mean that I cannot come to this house? And Benny said, yes, my mom, who is your friend, is no longer in this house. What are you doing in this house? And Benny asked, do you people know each other? Cheta wanted to mess up things, but Debbie, immediately covered up and said, so because I don't know her, that doesn't mean that I cannot visit this house again. And that was when Cheta caught up immediately and said, and Benny now asked Cheta, do you know her? And Cheta now said, no, I don't know her. She came in here telling me that she was your mom's best friend and she's your daddy's friend also. So she came around to see us and talk to us. And guys, they started exchanging words, and Benny told Debbie that it is time for you to stop coming, because I can actually see that everything you have planned is actually playing out. So it is time for you to stay clear. Stop coming to this house. Do not come to this house again. So guys, while they were talking, Cheta now stepped in, attacking Debbie and telling Debbie, because Debbie and Benny started having misunderstanding, and Cheta acting good in front of Benny, she started telling Debbie, you cannot come to my house, to my husband's house, and be insulting the daughter. This is her father's house. You don't have such rights. This and that. Don't try it. And both of them got into argument while Debbie was there. After Benny finished giving out her warning, she just went upstairs and left them. And both of them were still there pretending and doing their nonsense thing, which I feel like you people can manipulate any other person. But if you see this girl, even if you try to trick her mind, she has a way of finding things along the way. While they were there busy manipulating themselves, the girl went upstairs. While this girl was actually upstairs, trying to undress herself, the new stepmother Cheta came in, and Benny was like, why do you come inside my room without knocking? Why? And she apologized, and she now came to ask Benny, please, I made something very delicious for you, very yummy, that you are going to like. After you are done getting yourself ready, undressing, come downstairs, let me serve you. You are going to eat and enjoy, trying to win her heart. And guys, Benny said, okay, I will do that. So she left. While she left, she was in the door outside, angry. Look at her, I'm trying to pamper a little girl, this and that. We know all you people are planning for very soon. You see this girl you consider little girl, you all cannot manipulate her mind. In the long run, she's going to pick you people. Benny is that person that was going to expose and bring all these people to justice. So guys, after that, Benny was in the dining eating. She served Benny. If you see how she was serving Benny, and Benny started eating, and actually Benny was actually enjoying the food and told her that the food is actually nice, and she said, I'm a good cook, this and that. And Benny was just now nodding her head and trying to cooperate with her while she was eating her food. And that was when she started asking Benny question, asking Benny that, do you say that why do you speak so bitterly to what's the name, Debbie? The way you speak to her, it seems like something is actually, she has done something really wrong to you. Why do you speak? And you mentioned that she was your mother's best friend, and Benny said, yes, she's actually my mother's best friend, but she is a green snake on a green grass. That while she was best friends with my mom, before my mom, she will act so nice, act so good, and when my mother is there, she will bring out her real color. And she was, but why didn't your mom notice all these things while she was being friends with her and being in this house? And Benny said, because my mom is a very, very good person, very, very peaceful person. She believes and trusts people. When she loves you, and she will love you to a fault. And she now asked Benny, but why didn't you tell your mom about it? And Benny said, even if you tell my mom will not believe. That is the kind of person. She loves people to a fault. She so much love and believe in people. And Cheta was, that means what's her name? Debbie is not a good person. She said yes, that Debbie is not a good person. Cheta was like, I need to be very, very careful. I'm actually asking you these things so that I will not make the same mistake that your mother made. I'm like, you think you people are manipulating this girl? So after all that conversation, Benny continued eating. And I know that Benny is so smart and intelligent, but I'm hoping and praying that she's not able, Benny will be able to see through her immediately. In fact, she's already playing out because character, they say, cannot even hide. So guys, after that scene, behold, Jonathan and the daughter was quarreling, coming down from downstairs. They were shouting. Jonathan was shouting, "You slapped me, you beat me." I don't know when the slap happened, maybe the one that happened before. Both of them were just having an argument. They came downstairs, and immediately the new wife heard slap. She stood up and was like, "How dare you? What did I hear? Did you just say that she slapped you?" She got involved immediately and was saying that this girl is rude. How can a small girl like you slap your daughter? Jonathan was so angry at the daughter. Jonathan was like, since your mother did not teach you, train you well, I'm going to help in teaching you. By that time, Auntie Teresa was also out, and Jonathan pulled belt to come and flog Benny. If you see how Benny now collected the belt from the father and was about flogging the father, and told the father, the only reason why I'm not going to flog you is because of the small little respect I still have for you. If not, I would have used this belt and I would flog you very, very well. All of them were just looking. As she was just talking, and Tibaza Queen, which is the new wife, now grabbed the belt, wanted to grab the belt so that she can flog her. She was, trying to show Jonathan that she's a good mother. She's a mother that can train a child. And guys, Benny picked the belt back and was about flogging her into pieces when Auntie Teresa stepped in and was separating her, because the girl wanted to start fighting. The girl wanted to start fighting Benny, and Auntie Teresa got involved and was telling her, what's the name? Cheta, don't even try it. How dare you? Do you think you can come into this house and start flogging her? Yes, her father can flog her, but you have no right to raise your hands on this girl. You don't try it. In fact, the way Auntie Teresa was behaving, in my mind, I was like, are you sure that Auntie Teresa is not the biological mother of Benny? Now there is a new wife. Why is Auntie Teresa still in that house? And the sister has gone to Canada with another person. And the way she came, standing, you cannot flog her, you cannot do anything. I was like, guys, what do you think? Do you think there's a relationship? There's something we don't know? Leave it in the comment section, because I feel like something is actually happening. So after that, Auntie Teresa and Benny went inside, and Auntie Teresa was telling Benny, calm down, you cannot go out there and continue, you need to calm down. And Benny was trying to stretch Auntie Teresa's finger, was telling Auntie Teresa that she's not done, she's going out there to put everybody in. Benny, she was just angry, and Auntie Teresa was like, calm down, listen, don't go there again, don't go and create more problem for yourself or any other person. Is enough. So guys, after that, back to Jonathan and the new wife inside the room. Jonathan was issuing her a warning. See, don't try it. So you actually wanted to flog my daughter. You have no right. And the girl was like, that is why she's spoiled. From childhood, you people have not been flogging her. Look at how she's misbehaving. And Jonathan said, see, I can flog her, but you have no right. Don't even try it. That is how my daughter has always been. You have no business in flogging her. Don't ever lay your hands on my daughter. Don't ever try it. Guys, marriage have not started. Marriage has scattered. The girl has shown her real character. Everything has shown. What do you think is going to play out? Because I feel like everything has just scattered. But in all, I'm happy that my beautiful Clara made the right decision not to be a nanny in Jonathan's house. Look at the Clara that what's the name? Debbie was saying, I'm going to destroy, I'm going to do this. Emeka was saying, she outsmarted you all. Her life is better and more beautiful. And because she's there, her daughter Benny will not suffer. So you all has failed. I can't wait to see how all of you are going to face judgment and reap all the things you have sowed. Guys, share what you think about today's episode and your expectation in the next episode. Like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. For now, bye.